The secret is out. Asia is the new destination for world-class speakeasies and craft cocktails. So many have popped up in the last few years alone that the term speakeasy, coined during the American Prohibition era to refer to a hidden, illegal bar, is a misnomer. The bars are not a secret, though they can be tricky to find. Take Bincho in Singapore. The place doesn't look like much from the outside, but venture in behind the Hua Bi Heritage Coffee Shop, and you'll find this Japanese-themed bar serving sake and whiskey drinks infused with fruit and flowers like elderflower and lavender.
Bar goers nowadays prefer an area that is more private. There's more this is my hangout area kind of feel. The bartender now, it's more like I'm your personal butler bartender. Design your drinks for you.
Today's luxury cocktail bars look more like kitchens, with bartenders taking a page from the chef's cookbook. And cocktail fans are getting a taste of a time when the art of mixology was appreciated. At Tippling Club, modern cooking techniques, fresh ingredients, and tongue-in-cheek presentations keep guests coming back. The PB&J is a grown-up twist to those favorite childhood flavors, while the Purple Drank is an ode to the addictive taste of cough syrup.
There's so many bars now, which is great. At the same time, what's your point of difference? I mean, everyone's saying they've got great cocktails, but it's like, good cocktails, but what's that extra layer? How are we going to go over the top? How are we going to make it better? So for us, it's how we present the drinks as well. So we believe the drinks are great, but it's also like, what's going to bring people back? What's going to get people talking? Get them on social media. So for me, it's about people having fun in bars, and for us, that's a fun factor.
And you'll find it at the Powder Room, a discreet 1920s themed bar on the second floor of the Black Swan, both part of the Lo and Behold group. It's causing a stir with a new menu of quirky infusions and theatrical presentations. Like the Bubble Yum, made with vodka infused with pink Hubba Bubba bubble gum, Prosecco, triple sec, lime, fresh mint, and raspberry puree. It's served with a side of helium. Or the BB King, a banana whiskey cocktail with barbecue bitters and smoked maple syrup, served with banana whiskey ice cream. The Party Punch is reimagined with group serves like the Vice Chairman's Vice, a floral take on the gin martini, with a splash of liquid nitrogen for good measure. My favorite is a coffee cigar whiskey that's been aged for 2 months in an American oak barrel with port reduction, chocolate bitters, and cherry liqueur. That is delicious.
Yeah, super nice.
Drink this by itself.
Yeah.
Bar manager Gerardo Calippo shows me the thank you for smoking cocktail, pouring liquid nitrogen into the whiskey. While that's smoking, he burns a plank of chestnut wood to smoke the serving glass. It looks like a magic potion.
Yeah, exactly.
Will it make me smarter?
Yeah, no. Make it funny.
I like that. Yeah, no. And then the cherry and then an orange
Yeah.
peel, yeah?
So, this is thank you for smoking.
Well, thank you. You're welcome. The cherries are soaked for a month in port wine, orange, cinnamon, and vanilla.
The perfect after dinner.
It's perfect anytime. Infusions like the banana whiskey and spiced rum are cooked sous vide. Ingredients are vacuum sealed in a bag and soaked in a water bath of 60 to 70 degrees, anywhere from 3 to 24 hours. To make the house bacon maple bourbon, they use a process called fat washing. Bacon is cooked with butter and combined with the whiskey. The mixture is placed in the freezer where the fat solidifies and is removed. Behind the recipes is Julian Cerna, formerly of award-winning Eau de Vie Bar in Sydney. He says discerning drinkers look for solid technique and showmanship in a bar.
If you're a bartender, you're on show. It's like you're a movie star, you're a rock star. You're always performing every night. So for me, it's sort of like, how do we get sort of presentations or different styles of presentations with our drinks?
Molecular mixology is also catching on in luxury bars in India. In Gurgaon, outside New Delhi, the Peacock Bar at the ITC Grand Bharat entertains guests with its own version of bar theater.
That's what we're trying to do in the bar here, is to bring back the romance of cocktails, you know. Like our aim is to not serve, our aim is to seduce and serve.
A mimosa here is not the usual orange juice and champagne. It starts with a twist on the classic screwdriver cocktail, orange juice and vodka foam. Then Zach Abbott, head bar chef, uses calcium chloride to create gin cosmopolitan caviar, made with Tanqueray No. 10 gin, pomegranate syrup, and apple juice. The caviar are dropped into the drink, and it's topped off with champagne.
Cheers!
For something more savory, he makes a cigar-smoked old-fashioned.
The word cocktail was first described in print. It came in 1803 and it came in 1798 and a couple other things, but it was first properly described in 1806, and it was described as a mixture of bitters, sugar, spirits, and water. The water comes from the dilution of our ice. So as we were saying, this drink is all about dilution. And the way I learned to make an old-fashioned was to allow the whiskey level to chase the ice up the glass, but never to surpass it. So as we're making, I can hold my glass up and I can see that predominantly the ice is sitting up nice and proud above the whiskey. I know that I need to add, but obviously not to go over the level. Now it's time to smoke. We are going to, with our smoking gun.
He traps cigar smoke in a decanter and rolls it with the old-fashioned for an intense version of the classic. To critics, bar theater may seem like a bunch of smoke and mirrors, but top mixologists say presentation raises the bar on the luxury drinking experience. In the end, though, it still comes down to a good-tasting cocktail. Wow. So whether they use liquid nitrogen, smoke, or fire, think of your bartender as one part chef, one part scientist, and one part entertainer.
Welcome to the party room.